guess what? Your chapters are due next class. Woo! Major points, test points, yay! So, my expectations once again. You have your rubric, which shows you what you need to do for your part to get full points. That includes making sure you are factual, in-depth, accurate, use both primary and secondary sources, and grammar. And I just had this question, very good question, in case my expectations have not been made. In history, you always write in past tense. And even if it happened a millisecond ago, it is history and it is in the past. So even though things may not be resolved, or they are even happening outside your window right now, well, what just happened that you can report on, that's history and that's in the past. Therefore, it is past tense. History is always written in past tense. It is also an academic piece, which means you have to use third person, even if you are the primary source, or somebody you talk to is a primary source. Third person. Third. There is no first or second in academic writing, though for fiction and letter writing. Third person. And you need a bibliography. That is a bibliography for the full group. Believe me, I'm going to know if somebody didn't do anything and they have nothing in the bibliography, because they'll have no section at all. So, what should this look like once again? I know I've shown you this once before. You will turn in one chapter, but once again, you're being graded on only your section. So, you will go, let's see if I cannot expand my screen, so let's move my screen. Hi. This is a Word document. You may use Google Docs, but I prefer Word, and everything I'm going to say is possible in either one. Big thing, when you are academically writing, there is, in the United States, only one acceptable font and one acceptable font size. All different schools that have their own form of writing, MLA for English, Turabian for history. I'll let you use MLA because usually you are only, I'd say your junior year for undergrad is when you start having to type or write in Turabian. APA for psychological fields. Some schools want everybody to do APA. Well, they're wrong. And if any of these schools change or any of these forms change, it will change first in Purdue OWL. Purdue University is the one who controls all of this in the United States. So first thing you need to do when you are putting this together with your group is make sure you come to this, because it's always Calibri 11. This is one of my pet peeves in life, because all academic writings in Times New Roman 12, yet for some reason default is Calibri 11. So you come up to your font and just click it once. Times New Roman. For me, it is my default, so it's going to always be right there. You may actually have to go in and start typing Times New Roman. It'll bring it up. Then you go to the font size, 12. And look. Yes, I teach all history now. History is my passion. History is where all my degrees are in. I do have a certification in English as well, which means I have read so many papers that I know 12 automatically. If it is not a 12 font, I'm going to see it immediately. My eyes are trained to know 12. I write fiction, and I still do it in Times New Roman 12 because that's what makes me happy. Actually, it's just I've been conditioned to do it. So the first thing you will write after you go to Times New Roman 12 is your intro. I hope your group knows how they're doing their intro. Those who actually have done Google's Meet and will be getting points for that. they've been told. They know. So you will write your introduction. The year 2020 was one unlike any had seen in over a century. Likely more. And yada yada. Then I'm going to come and I'm going to just hit Control Underline because I'm that type of word user. You're going to do your first subcategory. So this is your first school that you are representing. So say, let's do politics first. There is so much, by the way, your expectations once again is 1.5 to 2 pages for each section. There is so much politically going on in 2020, you could probably write 10, 20, 30 pages on just the politics in 2020. I'm just asking for 1.5 to 2 pages, meaning if you short me, I will know it. So politics, I'm going to title it politics. I now know this is politics. And just to cover your butt, go ahead and put a dash in who wrote it. Go ahead and put your full first and last name. I'm just not going to tell you. My parents named me Heidi after a book. So, politics. At the beginning of 2020, the Republican Party controlled the Senate and the House, or the Senate and the White House. Controlled the executive branch of government, as well as the Senate. And then whatever. Once again, for world history, yes, please talk to me about what's going on big in other countries' politics. If you weren't aware of it, Vladimir Putin just poisoned the lead of his opposition party. He denies it was him. It was him. Come on. It was him. So, add that in if you can, please. Things like that going on. The whole Brexit mess in England. Add it all. My world history. U.S., you can just concentrate on what's going on in the United States. Once again, you can get 10 pages out of that. Then I will go on to the next one, which might be social. So, social by J-Doe. So, there were several social movements taking place in the first 2/3 of 2020. We don't even know what's going to happen next. So don't even try to predict September, October, November, December. This year's too unpredictable. Did you know there's 2 hurricanes coming together to go hit the Gulf of Mexico, the southern United States? Who knows what's happening next? Just what's happened so far. And then so forth. Until we get to the end. And then, when you're ready for your bibliography, if you go to Insert, see Insert? Page Break. Page Break. Click this little buddy, and it's going to bring you a new page. Going to just do it for you. Isn't that beautiful? So go to Home, center your title, underline it, do not bold it, bibliography. And the rest of the bibliography, even though you're calling it a bibliography, because that's what it is, can look like a works cited page. The only difference between Turabian and MLA is one Turabian calls it a bibliography. By the way, Chicago and Turabian are the same school, or the same thing. It comes down to commas and periods, so I'm not messing with that. Just once again, alphabetical order, author's last name, first name, title, etc. And that is what I want this to look like. And then you will go into classwork where this assignment will be. It's not there yet. Where is my classwork? So once again, this is my beautiful loading page. Whoop, I minimized it. You will go to classwork. In here, there's going to be an assignment. World history, yours will be under the foundations, and historiography, U.S. history. Yours will still be pre-unit, even though by this time you will have the colliding worlds unit up. You will find it. I'll click on this, but it's not going to show me because, see, it just shows me grading stuff instead. But there will be a place for the assignment. There will be a little paper clip down here that you can attach things to. So let's go over to Stream. I'll show you what the paper clip looks like. So if I went to Edit, Stream, notice this little ad. You're going to have something like this, and there will be a paper clip. Click on the paperclip. Click on the paperclip again. See, paperclip file. And it's going to take you to a screen like this. Insert Google Drive if you have it. Otherwise, just go to Upload. Upload. Browse. This is going to automatically go to my documents, which is why I prefer Word. It's easier to upload. But you can save your Google Docs onto your drive. So just instead of browse, you would go to recent or my drive. You can even have a shared drive if you put it under there. But it's going to be one of these. And you're going to click on it and you're going to go. And then you're going to attach it. And then if you're a religious person, you will pray to your God that Ms. Wiltis really loves it and gives you full points. And you will be done. And you will have turned it in on time. And once again, for those not paying attention, due dates are at 7 a.m. because it's like homework. When school starts, it's due. There's no 11:59 p.m. anymore. It's due in the morning. If you want 11:59, think of it as the night before. If you see a date, don't think you have all that day to do it. You don't. It's 7 a.m. So have fun. Enjoy turning it in, and I am looking forward to reading all of your wonderful works.